The palace is terrified. Revolving light. Stripped of titles and home, a royal author reveals the shocking mental health crisis gripping Prince Andrew and Fergie. The deep fear of what they might do next. Watch the untold story. The isolation of infamy, when royal status crumbles. A prominent royal author has shown a light on the singular, poignant concern currently preoccupying some members of the royal family amidst the swirling, toxic controversy surrounding Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. As the public narrative focuses rightly on the justice and accountability for victims, behind the thick walls of the palaces, a different, more human dread is taking hold. Amid the unprecedented fallout of the disgraced Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor and Sarah Ferguson, sections of the royal family have purportedly shared a specific worry that goes beyond reputation management and titles. The psychological toll on the former couple. The consequences have been relentless and absolute. Andrew has had all of his royal and military titles stripped from him, a devastating public erasure of identity. Compounding this humiliation, both he and Fergie will be evicted from their sprawling 30-bed family home, Royal Lodge, a physical displacement mirroring their societal one. The pair's dramatic fall from grace shows no sign of stopping, inextricably linked to the scandal surrounding their association with the convicted sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein. The repercussions have been extensive. Fergie has seen her ties with several charities severed, a stinging rejection of her public identity, and Andrew endured the ultimate familial censure when his brother, King Charles III, removed his title of prince. The psychology of public shaming, the worry from within. Amid this systemic dismantling of their lives, some members of the royal family are said to be genuinely worried about Andrew and Fergie's well-being. To be a public figure is to be scrutinized, but to be stripped of every honor, home, and role, while being associated with such egregious crimes, constitutes a level of psychological pressure few can comprehend. The fear is that the weight of continuous public condemnation and professional isolation may become unbearable. The catastrophe was ignited by the ex-couple's connections with Epstein, further inflamed by the allegations that Andrew had sex with Virginia Giuffre 3 times when she was 17. Fergie, though not facing the same legal battles, faced brutal public scrutiny after leaked emails saw her call the pedophile a supreme friend, a phrase that cemented her perceived complicity in the eyes of the public. While Andrew and Fergie have vehemently denied all allegations against them, the court of public opinion has delivered its crushing verdict. Royal author Robert Jobson has confirmed that the intense, relentless pressure on Andrew and Fergie has led to genuine distress among some senior members of the family. When directly asked about how the pair were coping with the catastrophe, Jobson offered a deeply concerning assessment to The Sun. "Not very well, I don't think. I believe even members of the royal family who have taken action are concerned about both their mental health." Jobson was quick to pivot the primary focus where it belongs, underscoring a vital moral perspective often lost in the royal drama. Most of all, though, you have to be concerned about the victims of the Epstein scandal, and that to me is the biggest worry. They're human beings. A lot has been taken away. This comment serves as a crucial ethical reminder, yet it simultaneously reinforces the complexity of the situation. Concern for the victims coexists with a stark understanding of the human fragility of the disgraced. The final cut, stripping the symbols of status. The relentless removal of status continues. This concern about their emotional state follows reports that Andrew could lose his very last remaining honor, an action that has prompted frantic crisis talks. Chiefs at the City of London Corporation have reportedly been scrambling to remove the freedom of the City of London for the disgraced ex-prince. This honor is one of the oldest and most exclusive in the world, with a host of celebrities being granted it over the years. To lose such a deeply historic privilege is a significant, symbolic repudiation by one of the UK's most foundational institutions. The honor bestows rights such as the centuries-old tradition of allowing people to walk sheep across Tower Bridge and the right to carry a ceremonial sword. The revocation, though symbolic in a modern context, serves as the ultimate act of social and civic excommunication, finalizing Andrew's complete severance from public life. The Rogue Duchess, the palace's commercial nightmare. The fate of Fergie presents a separate, equally terrifying problem for the palace, rooted not in titles, but in commerce and emotion. The former Duchess of York will move out of Royal Lodge after Christmas, but critically, she has been instructed to make her own living plans, a harsh directive that underscores her financial precariousness. Meanwhile, Andrew will be moved to the safety and privacy of the Sandringham estate. The palace is now said to be worried Fergie could go rogue amid the compelling claims that a six-figure sum has been offered to her by US and Gulf networks for a tell-all TV interview. Financially isolated and emotionally wounded, the allure of such a huge sum in exchange for her intimate knowledge of the monarchy is a clear and present danger to the crown. An insider articulated the monarchy's ultimate fear: there's a danger of her going rogue and saying things that could cause embarrassment for King Charles and Queen Camilla, or other members of the family. This fear is fundamentally psychological. The silence of the marginalized often comes at a high price, and the palace understands that a financially desperate and emotionally vulnerable Fergie, with decades of secrets, poses a direct threat to the carefully curated image of the monarchy. They fear the unpredictable power of a woman with nothing left to lose.